Before you go, sorry, I just want to say one thing. Can I just say on Premier Palaszczuk, as Health Minister, I am constantly having requests from people in New South Wales who are in some very sad situations, who want to get across the border to reunite with families. The range of circumstances that families need to gather together to contemplate, to care about and give each other caring support is just enormous. As Health Minister here in New South Wales, I'm over it, and I've got to say I think Premier Palaszczuk is being political, she is being cruel. It's time that this pettiness was put aside and we move forward. We are all Australians. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Tell us, will the border open on November 1st?
Well, we are going to be looking at those cases, looking forward to seeing what the Premier of New South Wales has to say. But let me say this. This is what the New South Wales Premier said yesterday. I want everybody in New South Wales to continue to be vigilant and continue to be on high alert. Now, that puts me on high alert. If the New South Wales Premier is on high alert about those cases, I'm on high alert. So, of course, we hope that New South Wales gets on top of those cases very, very quickly.
She also says open border, though, and she's also said that 28 days of no unsourced community transmission is unrealistic in New South Wales. I know we've hit 28 days, but it's unrealistic in New South Wales.
Yeah, but it's happened in Tasmania, it's happened in South Australia, it's happened in West Australia before, and it's happened in Queensland before.
They're very different populations, though, Premier, very different situations. The point is we're talking about New South Wales. The people who are overseeing that...
Sorry, and I'm the Premier of Queensland, okay? And my job is to keep Queenslanders safe. If the New South Wales Premier is saying that she is on high alert about these new cases, I am now on high alert.
So can we rule out November 1?
No, we're not ruling anything out at the moment. Those decisions are made at the end of the year, and my understanding is there's another 24... end of the month, sorry, and there is another 24 hours for them to look at how those... where those cases have come from.
Just on that, one of the questions being asked, why 48 hours?
That was agreed to by the AHPPC. Sorry, I think that was in relation to when they were talking about the 28 days of no community transmission. So, okay, one at a time. It's all right. Everyone's going to have their questions today.
The update from New South Wales today is that there's 8 new cases of community transmission.
Oh, is that just come in, has it?
Including the 3 from last night. Does that make you more nervous, and are you willing to risk the jobs of people in the tourism industry and close the border over summer?
Well, let me say very clearly, my job is to keep Queenslanders safe. Now, we will be monitoring this situation, and I have said all along, New South Wales is in school holidays. We will be watching that very closely over the next couple of weeks.